Councilwoman Norman?
Thank you, Mr. President. Just real quickly, to the residents of the First Ward, in my newsletter, I will include some information pertaining to the not passing of the deputy chief position and explain to you how much having this position will save us, how much we have spent out because of risk management. And also, I was surprised that it didn't pass because yesterday we sat in council and we all said, oh, Chief, we're going to give you what you want. You're the best person to tell us what you need. We're going to support this, only to find out that it didn't go that way. So I want to personally say to Chief Parham that when I say that I'm going to give you what you need to be successful, you can count on me to make sure that I live up to that, being completely transparent. It's easy to look a person in the face and say one thing, but then when our backs are turned, do another.
Thank you,
That's it.
Councilwoman.
That's okay, I don't need more time. I said my piece.
Councilman Byer?
Yeah, I voted no for deputy chief. I did a little survey. I went around asking police officers what their thoughts were about a deputy chief. Not one of them said that, yeah, we need one right away. But they did say that we need our complement up. We need police officers on the street. And that's the answer I got from everybody I talked to, interviewed. I talked to the chief of police. I have an email here, but I'm not going to disclose the email because it's my personal email from the chief of police. And this is why I said I'm not in for a deputy chief at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Brown?
Okay, so on the same topic, here's a funny thing. For the last 2 years, the lowest tax rate increase in Linden for the last 10 years. And at the same time, we've hired the most cops. So the argument here, as far as not having a deputy chief because we have to hire more cops, the proof is in the pudding, folks, is that we've hired cops in June and January of this year. So we're handling it on this end. My frustration is this, is that when a guy who is scores the highest in his state on the captain's test, who has training expertise throughout not just the country, but throughout the world, and has proven himself to be a leader, ask for something, especially in his department, you give it to him. My frustration is this: who are we to tell him how to run his department when he has proven years, since 1992, what an excellent police officer he has been? And they say that he needs to get his feet wet. I'm sorry, I disagree with this, is that he's come with brilliant ideas over the years that everyone in this community is proud of.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Brooks?
Thank you, Council. This has nothing to do, in my view, because I agree with you, Councilwoman Yamakaitis, in terms of your vote, as is mine. I don't care who sits at that table, but front, but side, or any place else. I vote my conscience as I see it. When someone talks to me and tells me that we have shots fired in the 4th Ward and we need additional people in the 4th Ward, police officers in that 4th Ward, I intend to vote for what is best for that ward. And I don't care who questions it. It is their right to question it. I have no concern that way. It is my right to vote my conscience, and that's exactly what I did, and that's exactly what I'm always going to do. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you, Councilman Brooks. Councilwoman?
Yes, I wanted to just mention that if I heard Mr. Krowicki correctly, I think he said that the bus is going to leave at 10 o'clock for the Pulaski Parade. And also, just to clarify the personnel report, I thought I was complimenting you, Councilwoman, for your input. I didn't mean to offend you, and in no way did I intend to seem as if I were bullying you. I thought it was a great suggestion, so if I offended you, I apologize. I gave the report 2 months ago in brief because there were so many things to read. The council president said to me, can't you just do everything in one shot? That's what I did. Unfortunately, a gentleman or whoever pretends to be Rudy Garcia on Facebook, who's friends with quite a few council members, came after me, attacking me, telling me that I had a secret. I was accused of hiring my nephew and all kind of stuff. So going forward, I don't care how many items are on the report. I'm going to read each one of them just for transparency.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
Sorry.
Councilwoman Yamakaitis.
Thank you, Council President. This council charged our new police chief of running that police department. I don't want to put a damper on the evening, but we did a turnaround this past month as appointing Chief Parham as our police chief. And if we don't give him the tools he requests to run that department and make it right, we can't expect this police department to move forward. Yesterday, everybody are cheerleaders for the police department. But, you know, we got lucky. He needs the tools to be able to stay lucky and run this city. And I just want to make mention, Mr. Mack, my phone is blowing up here for you. It said, please thank Mr. Mack. Best part of the night. Can we please get him an amen? That concludes my report, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilwoman Yemakaitis. Councilwoman, you too? What? Okay. Councilman Sadowski?
Okay, real quickly, usually I don't talk at this 1 minute, but I voted yes because we voted new police chief, and this is what he wants. How can he be successful if you don't give him what he wants? And secondly, I guess I'm being a little selfish. With what he wants, he's going to make it safer for the police. And like I said before, I have a son on the police force, and I want him to be as safe as he can be. So that's why I said yes.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Hickey?
Well, the chief has been here for 3 weeks. If you look at his credentials, he probably doesn't even need captains or lieutenants to run this department because he's that well educated. I did vote no, but I need to tell everybody tonight, since last year I started on council, this is already what I have to put up with on Facebook from the mayor's wife. Not giving the chief the tools that he needs to effectively run his police department should not supersize us. As a matter of fact, it is to be expected, for he is the first African-American chief. Nothing has changed since the days of slavery. They will say it is about money when we know the truth. Well, Mrs. Armstead, I hope this isn't what you're teaching our children in school.
Thank you, Councilwoman Hickey. Mayor?
All I ask is that we give the chief the tools that he needs to run an effective police department. Nothing more, nothing less. Councilman Byers, I heard you mention earlier that you spoke to some police officers. If you have a time in your schedule, please call my office tomorrow. Stop by and see me. I'd like to talk to those officers if they in fact exist. I want to say that the stench of politics permeates this room, and it smells bad. That's it.
Thank you.
Say that.
I'm not going to say anything.
The fish stinks from the head. That's what.
The following council meetings will be as follows. Excuse me? Chief? You want to speak, Chief? Yes. You got 1 minute, sir.
Thank you, Council President. On behalf of the Linden Police Department, the men and women, the dispatchers, the support staff, we want to thank everybody for supporting us over the last couple of hours. We hope that that support is just not specific to an incident, but is specific to the fact that we have been putting our lives on the line for as long as we've been here. I know it's not going to be politically correct, but I'm not going to talk about the deputy chief position because I think it's kind of divisive right now. And moving forward, I'd like to see us all work together to do 3 things. The mission of our police department right now is to reduce violent crimes, to reduce burglaries, and to enhance community policing. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.